Yeah, hello and welcome to ICC's coverage of the Gashimov Memorial currently held in Shamkir, Azerbaijan. We have the third round today, and we had a couple of really interesting games. I want to show a little bit of every game so that you get a full picture of what happened today. We can do a very quick look at Rajabov with white against Anish Giri. That was really a boring game, but just to get a picture of what happened. Giri played on the Rogozin defense, currently very popular on the top level, and what they went for is a well-known line, this line, which has a very drawish reputation, but it's mostly White's call. White can play super sharply against this opening, but Rajabov decided to play it super safe, and they basically repeated something that had been seen before in many top-level games. What Giri here needs to do is he only needs to remember this move probably, bishop to d8, which looks a bit strange, but after bishop c6, which will come very soonish, it will be a totally equal position with c and d file open. This is what happened, and we had a complete kill off of all resources to a dead drawn position. They drew a couple of moves later. Yeah, a super boring game. Which is, I mean, Giri often gets bad press for his draws, but, well, you're black, and if the other guy plays super safe, nothing to do. I mean, any master player would have drawn that with white, if you know that line. So it's sometimes what just happens in those games. The second game I want to look at is Safali with white against Mamedyarov, a completely Azeri duel. And yeah, Mamedyarov is a very enterprising player, and he went for his regular King's Indian in this game. We got the bayonet attack, and here Mamedyarov played a very funny looking move, king to h8. And I had to smile when I saw that, because it was my weapon for blitz chess against the bayonet for quite a while when I was playing the King's Indian regularly. It looks really wacky, but it has some idea. Quite often black can use a knight on g8. It can be this knight or this knight, and this would prepare a bishop h6 idea. This is usually believed to be not very good, but this is why I only played in blitz. But Mamedyarov gave it a try today, and he obtained an interesting position. Yeah, here f5 was played. Yeah, you see that he played a totally different idea after all, and not playing knight g8 and bishop h6. But it's an interesting position, and I think, yeah, now we see that regrouping and bishop h6 after all. I think one critical moment was here after bishop d7, when white certainly has a couple of moves available, but Safali played the move knight to b5, and I think after this black probably can equalize with exactly what Mamedyarov played. We had lots of exchanges now, and all those exchanges here, they are helpful for black, because black is suffering a little bit from lack of space, and now he has traded a couple of pieces that didn't have proper space before. And it turns out that by concrete moves, black is just about fine. First impression might be, and actually it was my first impression, that maybe white has something, because he's got this a little bit extra activity. The knight here looks active, yeah, looks at this pawn. The queen is a little bit annoying there, and the f-file is somewhat shaky. And note that the pawn is here. Yeah, the pawn would be, let's say, on g7, protecting this knight. Probably not much would happen. And here I thought white is a little bit better, but it turns out queen h3 is the natural move. Yeah, white tries to invade. It turns out that Mamedyarov is just about in time to get everything organized. He actually snatched the pawn. Looks very cheeky, but it is the best move, and Engine confirms that this is the best move. Queen g4, Safali's move now, and knight f6, and now queen to e6. That looks very shaky, right? The knight is hanging, a pawn is hanging, and the white queen is invading. But after the simple move knight e4, there is no clear continuation for white. It looks really dangerous, but it seems to be that there is nothing concrete available. If white tries rook e1, trying to attack this